Hi, Patty. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Right on time, as usual. But guess
Patty,
what?
we haven't seen Patty in a
ain't home.
while.
Too bad
Yeah,
for
we
you.
don't hang out with her anymore. She's not that fun.
She said she's not home. Well, let me
How-
find
yeah,
out.
Very, very convenient.
Hello?
Professor R's never home, you know.
Pretty big, like, house to just not being home.
And Patty, why do you know so much about Professor R?
I don't know that much, really.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me. You also knew about San Rouge, didn't you?
Yeah, Patty knows
And
an
when I
awful
tried to
lot.
ask you more about it back then, you
Yeah.
gave me an evasive answer.
She's
You're
very
my assistant, aren't
discreet with her knowledge.
If you are,
She
then
just
you need to
pretends
tell
like
me
she's
everything
intuitive.
you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena. He said it's stupid for a man to want to turn into a woman.
What?
And he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her. He said that if you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd
So I don't know
start
if
to
we ever
hate this
mentioned our
town.
suspicion on
That's
Patty,
ridiculous.
but we believe she's
Why would I
actually
ever
a
hate this
Clarkson.
town? Because one of its
Yes.
inhabitants is transgender?
She has
Why in the
all the
world
signs
would
of a
that make a
Clarkson.
difference to me?
The other
I'm
folks
starting to
in
think
town said
everyone's
the
the
same
culprit
thing
in
as
this
Dad.
game.
They all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R, and about how she's waging war against the Clarksons. But they all say we ain't supposed to talk about it.
Yeah, is she
So
getting upset?
I-
I can't tell.
And here
That's her
I'd
upset
assume that
face.
ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century.
Nope.
I guess I really am an outsider after all. I thought that everyone was cooperating with my investigation. But it turns out they were all hiding key information from me.
York's getting mad.
Damn it, Zach. This just made
He's a
me
mad
hate the
dog.
countryside for the first time in my entire life. Oh, I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. Person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human being. We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are. So you shouldn't feel a need to hate Lena for no reason. No matter what the people around you say. Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people. I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
Okay, I won't.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether. She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R. I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
Okay.
Alright. Social minority out of the way.
Wah, 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 wah.
Hungan. Half the time, York's the one making
Listen to the
Making
two
the accent.
ends and drink dry the fire water.
the fire water.
Do this and you will see the other world.
Let's get some fire water, huh?
Zach, did you hear that? It's another oracle. I assume
And it's
this means we're
another
getting closer
request for
the
me to
truth.
drink.
Well, this is good. We don't have any other big clues at the moment. What do you say we continue the skeletal gentleman's game? After I spent the 90s listening to nothing but punk rock, I fell out of touch with music. The two N's refer to neither periods nor a movie's credits. They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And what's a word that has two Z's in it? Jazz, of course. Remember, we're in Louisiana here. The firewater, it's alcohol. Let's go to that jazz bar and have a drink while we consider our next plan of action. Don't worry, this is all part of our job. Isn't it, Zach?
Keep it simple, huh?
Eagle. Carré Tiger to DC Eagle.
Melvin's still on this useless bullshit. He's gonna call him York right now. Watch. Give it a second.
DC Eagle here. Got any news for me?
Well, Mr. York.
Oh well, Mr. York.
Got
Yeah.
ourselves
All
a
right.
bit of a problem here.
What sort of problem?
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galina's killer on his own. If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us.
I have a weird
Sure, we
feeling
wrapped
that
up the way
Melvin's
you
like
wanted to,
evil.
Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem.
Maybe.
Judging from Daniel's temperament,
You
things are
never know
bound to get
in
out
this
of
game.
control.
There's like just
Melvin,
multiple different opportunities.
I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
Professor R?
That's right.
Professor. Oh, you don't want to go
That
there.
ain't such a good idea.
I wonder why.
I didn't ask for your personal opinion, Melvin. Especially if it comes from an antiquated, xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Whoa now, Mr. York. What's going on here? I didn't...
Melvin's
This
like, what are you
conversation is
talking
over,
about?
Melvin. You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Huh? Fine. Whatever you say.
Also, sorry, but I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
Yeah, you're right. CLG's still too young for that.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too! Don't leave me out of this!
No, Patricia. You signed a contract with me, remember? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world.
That's not what it means!
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child.
Shockingly.
And there are certain
Shockingly
things a
so.
child like you doesn't need to learn about yet. Just go home for today. Zach and I are both in agreement on this one. I'm
That's
so
real
glad you
mature.
understand,
That's
Patty.
what shockingly clever.
Okay,
children
Melvin,
do.
that's
They
that.
blow
The
raspberries.
rest is in your hands.
Is that what that's called?
Roger that.
Raspberry, yeah.
I'll take care of him, Mr. York.
Raspberry. I don't know where it came from.
Are you sure
Since I was
that's
a kid. Yeah,
appropriate?
yeah, literally. A raspberry.
Alright.
It's,
To the owl's nest.
owl's nest. Owl's nest. Owl's nest. Alright.
It was closed.
I was trying to get in there. Sadly.
Look, Zach. That seat is beckoning us.
Yes, it's just calling on me.
Main mission. Sit at the bar.
How hard can that be, huh? As
Listen
hard as
to
a
the
bar
two
stool.
ends and drink dry the fire water. Do this, and you will see the other world. Hungen's oracle pointed us to this bar, so we must have to do something here. But I feel like the fire water part is missing something.
Good drink.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. Go.
So went from good drink to goo. Just a go, huh?
I think someone's
it,
trying
that
to send
sign,
us
huh?
a
Is
very
that a sign?
powerful
Oh, there
message
he
here.
goes.
That settles it. This must be a singularity.
I don't see the connection.
How do you come with that? There must be a portal, right? Alright.
Go. We need to talk.
Beautiful lipstick.
Mrs. Dunham.
The color red suits you.
Thank you. Red is the color of life. No human who knows the joy of life would ever hate
It's
this
the color of blood, I can tell you
Or
that
would
much.
they?
It's also the color of a crayon. And a
Okay, there's a
marker.
lot of crayons.
Maybe,
It's also the color of
maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life.
Oh, and that too, the drug. Yeah, that's.
Catch my
yeah.
drift?
Font Rouge.
Before a candle's flame burns out, blazing like a shining red star, don't you think that instant is more valuable than a century of smoldering?
So this is the first that we meet Lena Dunman.
Dunham. Dunham.
Dunham.
Blaze doesn't cast
Dunham.
out the darkness.
Aside
It
from the
only
part
emphasizes
in the
it.
church where you walked into her.
Yeah,
Him.
I mean, she's sitting at.
I'm FBI Special
you
Agent
know,
Francis
the
York
bar
Morgan.
a lot. like pretty much listening into our conversation with Xavier.
Let me get straight to
from
the
what I've
point.
noticed.
You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And
there you go.
you
He
were
begins
also
his little
involved with Galena
profiling
Clarkson's
technique,
death.
wishing to get some kind of answers
Correct.
from our
Yeah.
interesting friend.
I'm really hoping that we progress with the story
Agent
because
Morgan.
it seems like
You a
people
man
just keep dying,
Yeah.
and we're still
some
like
firewater.
further from figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we're generally stuck
We're
with
similar.
Aaliyah and Zach, and she's
You
pretty much
and I.
profiling Zach, so we
Really?
kind of want to know what's happening there because
I
he's
don't
not
see
looking
the
too good.
resemblance.
I think he's sick,
Well, you should.
and
Look deeper.
we'll see.
Think
Kind of want to
about
know what
who you
happened
were
to
when
York,
you were
honestly.
first born, and who you are now. Different selves exist inside your body.
Are you talking about Zach?
Oh, that's the comparison. You
Yep.
and I are like.
Mm-hmm. Except everyone has different selves. Not a secret that she has shared with us. And there you go. And there you have it. The firewater.
I was born as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so. And this is a small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine. Especially from my father. Parents are supposed to raise their children with love. That's the norm, right? Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it? That story makes no sense to me.
Leonard doesn't
And
exist
subjected
anymore.
myself to
He
victimhood.
disappeared from me a long
Fantastic.
time ago. All that's left now.
Well,
is
there
the
she
red
goes on
stone.
her spiel, justifying the...
Oh, did she poison him?
Oh, there she goes, yeah. Yep. Spiked it
I
up,
vow
spiced
to
up his
use my
firewater,
strength to
make it
change
real
this
hot.
world.
Like lava.
The red soul has the power to amplify the unique
To amplify,
characteristics we
huh?
all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the holy red powder. So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
Why would you do
That's
that?
ridiculous.
What's that, the
Our world is
hallucinogen?
home to
DMT,
scary
right?
monsters
There's
Isn't
a-
that supposed to be
there's
the
a
most
lot.
godly experience, I guess, when it comes to hallucinogenics, aside from, like, peyote and, like, what the shamans used to use? I mean, I get it, whatever. It's good for the story, right? Create some shit called Saint Rouge. Whatever. So far, it doesn't seem like people are having a good high. They seem to be dying every time.
Well, it's like a
As-
cult thing. That's what this whole game
Yeah.
is, really.
And
She
he woke up.
poisoned him and then left him.
Yeah, it's like at least like you think she'd like kidnap him or something. No, just you can stay.
It's-
a bit more.
On to the investigation.
What the fuck was that? Was that supposed to be like a Irish accent? Where are you going
When?
further? Investigation.
It
Scott, like, I don't know.
happened naturally. I'm not sure.
All right, so we're at the foyer. So I ended up Googling what the hell foyer meant because I'm like, what the fuck is a foyer? Do they mean like, yo, that's foyer? But no,
No.
a foyer means like an outdoor area, apparently. I don't know who uses that as like a regular word in their vocabulary, but it's good to know, right? You learn some new shit every time. And
Oh.
let's slam into the
Oh.
door. Maybe we'll glitch right through it. Yeah.
I think we're finally gonna be able to walk inside
And we are.
their
Yeah.
house.
We are in the cottage.
I just generally hope more locations will be unlocked in this game because
Yeah, we're getting kind of tired of the same old stuff. So, oh look at that, a singularity.
okay.
Zach, it's a singularity. The Oracle was right on the mark. The mouth to the other world is open, ready to swallow us alive. I think this case is finally starting to come together.
Is it? All right, get in there.
Well, in York and Zach's head it is. So, here I go. Extinguishing the cockies.
Here we go
Hear
again.
that frequency when we walked into
You're
the
as
portal?
excited as I
It's
am,
like,
aren't you?
Yeah.
You don't have to explain everything. No need for words right now. Not while this eccentric, provocative experience is begging us to come inside.
Alright, well, I always dig the tribal music when we're in here. So I feel like, let me check. So I'm good on coffee. Oh, there we go. Let's blast away with these little bitches.
I've had their little words and their sayings stuck in my head for a while.
Yeah, it's not fun keeping what they say in your head. 'Cause they
And
go like snap, dick, all sorts of weird stuff. Yo, look at this guy.
We're finally fighting them in real.
Yeah, we get to see their spirits, but he won't get to see me, no. No, sir. Oh, another one. There he goes. Yeah, what a bitch, bro. Get away. You know what? Another one. And I am paralyzed, but I will shoot anyway. Wait, no, I'm not. I thought I was paralyzed. I guess I'm not.
There's a lot of area to cover. There's a lot.
Yeah. So far, it seems that it is much larger than, the cabin. Which is very understandable because we're in a giant mansion, but
Still.
it's very unfortunate that the mansion
Oh.
corridors seem very similar to the cabin. We're just
Zach,
going to
do you
stand
feel it?
and appreciate the
Something
dining room
happened
table.
here. It's the same feeling I had when we
Murder.
entered the place where Lise died.
Is he gonna back to that evil within thing?
I heard the cigarette, but I haven't seen it yet. Oh, there it is.
is.
Okay, he
Professor
didn't
R.
light it. He didn't put it
Len
in his mouth to light it,
came
but
in here.
okay.
Yeah. Good old
It looks like nothing
tweak
but a
of the
suicide
game.
attempt to me. Did she have some trick up her sleeve?
I think I actually really enjoy these holographic, little puzzle things.
Nuances, little profiling, and yeah,
I wish we actually got to explore the house, though, but...
oh, definitely.
Zach,
Yeah, but
That's a
not
miniature
the
bomb.
game for it.
Lena must have set it here. Is this her trump card? It looks pretty elaborate. She also displayed expert precision when she used that fire to make my cocktail. Her wisdom gave birth to San Rouge. She must also have an advanced understanding of chemistry. I just hope she hasn't laid any other traps for us up ahead.
This style was
Now
actually
you
very
decide to
appealing in
come
the
back,
Evil
huh?
Within too.
What
That's
for?
the game where I kind of like this.
Yeah.
But
I know
it's still it's a
you've
good
been
idea to
hiding
use it. It's
from
cool.
me. Planning God
Look at
knows
this
what.
setup.
Too bad it ain't gonna.
They certainly look a little rough around the edges. Perhaps we should just call them the Clarkson Gang. They're holding their
Gang.
weapons like total
Gang, gang.
amateurs.
Gang.
Which
Gang,
means
gang,
they
gang,
must
gang,
not
gang.
have had any formal training. Even if they came rushing in all at once, they'd still be no match for us. Maybe the
Well,
Clarksons
you're
aren't as fearsome as the
confident.
rumors make them out to be. Or perhaps they've fallen into such a decline that they can't even manage their own allies any longer.
Yes, I abandoned my family, but that has nothing to do with the Clarksons' downfall. It's much more
That face, Zach. She looks so calm and collected. Perhaps she intended to take her own life after she murdered Philip, but that wouldn't solve anything. We know how calculating she is. Surely she must have understood that.
The legacy of the Clarksons is like a candle in the wind. A sad
Philip J. Clarkson. The horrible father that Professor R spoke of. Of course, he looks perfectly calm. It's hard to believe that it's only my second time seeing him. He's an overwhelming man, Zach.
True that.
Just like you said, times have changed.
Oh yeah, I
You've
did
got
forget to mention.
Your power
We've
is
kind of
waning.
realized that Professor
But
R is
I'm
Leonard
not going to let
Clarkson,
things
also
end
known
here.
as
After you
PJ
and all the
Clarkson's
old
son.
tumors die,
And
the
this
goddess
is their
will take
feud, of
control
course.
of
Leonard
Lucaria,
decided to
and
become
all of
Lena,
Louisiana for that.
and now
The
they are
goddess of
going through a very
fertility, with
confrontational
all
point
her
in their
newfound
family
might.
life.
And
As we can see,
that
he's trying to
from?
murder his father and her father. So
that's a
let's see how this goes.
You
yeah.
know,
Doesn't
you're
look too
just
good
as
though.
dumb as everyone else. You never see things for how they really are. Oh, no. Here, go on. Take my life. You can have it. Do whatever you want with me. But don't you forget, that's Clarkson blood you got running through those veins. Oh,
Yeah, he's a very
you
interesting
took the
character.
long way to it.
I hope he
But
sticks
it looks
around
like
though.
you be inheriting our
Yeah, we'll see. Well, at the
legacy
moment, he
after all.
doesn't look like he's gonna be sticking around. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He looks
I
a
want
little
to be inheriting
on edge.
anything.
What?
I'm not
Got
the
a gun to his
goddess of
head and a
fertility
bomb in the
either,
fireplace.
Well,
but I'm still powerful.
Alright, well, there's a bunch of gunshots,
Yep.
and the holograms are the same. Well, holograms. This is York's profiling. We got $20. $20. That sounds
Profit.
good. Yes.
Profit.
Does York make up this money too in his head?
Professor R fought hard in
Well, he
this
has to
hall,
pay for his hotel somehow, so.
and the last gunshot
Yeah,
we heard
he's
sounded
like
ominous.
a metaphysical money printing machine.
What if he
Like
just,
he thinks it and it appears in his wallet.
Everything
What if
she
he just
says
gets
seems to
paid
hint at
from
some deeper
his
meaning.
headquarters?
The goddess of fertility taking over all of
Yeah,
Louisiana.
yeah,
with
so
her
$20.
newfound power.
Yeah.
The details
Well,
allude.
here, Agent
She's
York,
clearly
there's an extra
plotting something big.
Jackson in your
But if she
pocket.
dies here,
Maybe that's just his
she'll never be
payroll
able to
kicking in.
complete.
You consider
Why
that?
$20?
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
the
well.
bureaucrats get paid a lot
Let's
more
continue
than that.
on, Zach. I'm sure we'll find the answer once we reach the inner sanctum.
Okay.
Alright, there has to be a boss fight in here, no?
Yeah, from what I see, I am anticipating one because, I mean, shit, the first Otherworld had one, like, why wouldn't this one, right? So far, it's been quite lengthy. I've been running around, muck-ducking a bunch of, well, these guys, fucking scissor people, crawfish demons. Anyway, I always think they're crawfishes. I'm not too sure if they are. They just curse me out and chase me with their scissors, yeah? That's what they do. Oh my god, get the back off, motherfucker. And this idiot is just standing there, and he will meet his demise.
Alright, this by far has been the longest. I mean, the longest.
Yeah, I don't know why I kind of supposed to wait till they gathered in front of it, but I shot it anyway. Cause why not? I want to spread love with my rubber bullet.
Oh my god, look how many of them are.
Nice.
There it is.
Singularity. We are finally here.
Now, this is a surprise. Zach,
Oh, it's peanut butter jelly.
you're surprised. This is my house,
It is my house.
and I can set
That was very good,
foot
actually.
wherever
Oh, is
I
it?
please.
Yeah.
My accent.
My own house.
Yeah,
Or is that against the
I guess
law?
you can say I'm a natural.
FBI.
He's speaking to
Where's
him.
Professor
It's very
R?
interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know she came here.
Didn't he kind of just die?
100 years ago.
Or is he still good? I'm not sure.
He's a
Did he escape?
spirit.
Isaac Clarkson came to this town and subjugated its people with his might. In time, he created an empire that put the entire southwest region of Louisiana right in the palm of his hand. Whenever any of his kin betrayed him,
That's fatherly.
he'd cut them limb from limb and make
Very.
an example of them. The shadows need a way
old-fashioned.
of
as you might
Keeping
call
the
it.
balance too.
Severed roots, yep, there
That's
is
why
created.
the severed roots.
I'd have to say.
is. Sometimes they chop a fella's ears off, maybe scoop his eyes out. Then they chop off all the limbs. Either way, they all ended up
No
looking
different
the
at
same
all,
in the
yes.
end. No different from mixing up the ingredients in your
Oh,
food.
he don't like that.
This is sick. Why would any soul
Doesn't
ever
look very
need
neat.
to
I'm
line
confused.
up the stumps
It's
all
quite neat.
neat
It's in the
like
letter V.
this?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening in New Carré right now ain't right. It ain't nothing like what we got up to back in my day. You know, it kind of feels like what you call pure evil. I'll be real honest here. Right now, I'm afraid the evil that's taking this era by the balls is trying to gobble up Lucare too. Francis York Morgan, you FBI son of a bitch. Just what in hell did you come to this town for?
Well, I hate to rain on your sensational parade of a monologue, but my answer is simple. I came here chasing a drug called Sang Rouge that's been steadily permeating the southern states.
Including you,
And I
peanut
plan
butter
to
jelly.
arrest all the perpetrators involved in the name of justice.
Oh, you sure sound like a devil, all right.
So be it. You're free to interpret my words any way you like.
Well, interpret this. You've come here to bring death and destruction to our town, or my name isn't P.J. Clarkson. You leave a mountain of corpses in your wake.
So
So
I'm a
go
little
on and suffer
confused.
in
On
the
what?
name of
Well,
justice or whatever.
He's
you
acting like
call
as
it.
if like he's responsible for the Saint Rouge, and if he is, then he's a piece of shit. But I was
Zach,
pretty
I'm
sure
willing
that
to do
was
whatever it
Lena's
takes
drug,
to
no?
prove that we
Or is
fight
he
on
also
side of
involved in
justice.
selling it?
But why was Philip here in the first place? I thought we were inside her mind.
I think he
There's
just
no need to
kind of
answer,
meant
Zach.
it
The
in
only
where he
reason
just
this
seems
world's
to
so firm is
stumble
because of all the
upon.
mysteries it holds.
Like, as in why York's even here?
Yeah.
But again, like, he made it very clear he's here to stop, like, a drug, you know? So we had a good talk with Dad. And, we gotta unlock some more doors.
I don't know how long we've been in here.
Yeah, it's been a pretty lengthy while that I've been running around. Eliminating enemies. Jeez, I can't even talk anymore. I've been here too long. Enemies, little crab people running around, exploding on me. So, anyway, I will continue. Entrance. Ooh, look, more vines. Alright, wow. It seems like as I'm progressing, it is getting a little more difficult. I mean, it's to be honest, it's not difficult, but it seems to be getting more difficult because there's just more enemies lining up now.
We had to restart twice because it crashed.
Yeah, that's been happening.
Well, it lagged. It didn't crash. I'm sorry. Like, you just got stuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this
Come on.
Is this it?
Boss fight. Boss fight.
Well, let's see. Nope. Don't look like a boss fight to me. Looks like a room.
Unless it's a boss fight in here and this is the
And it's
arena.
tiny room. Oh, it sucked. That would be like in Resident Evil 1 when you fight that giant snake in that tiny ass room.
I grew up in this room.
Impressive.
As my back broke under all my father's
She did as well.
expectations.
Your cocktail was delicious. So delicious, in fact, that it carried me off into a dream.
Dreamy cocktail.
Is this the dream, you think? Like him going into the singularity?
Probably not. No, he's definitely in the singularity, dream or not. Well, he actually lit a cigarette this time.
Professor R, what did you hope to achieve by coming back to this house? I don't believe for a moment that you'd ever risk your life just to get revenge on your father.
Oh. She disappeared, and now she will reappear wherever she likes. Yep.
Leonard Clarkson. That was my name when I lived here. Everyone called me Lenny. My father taught me all sorts of things so that I would grow up to become a proper heir. How to manipulate people. How to properly use tools such as violence and rewards. But
That's good.
I could never bring
It's a good
myself
dad.
to care about any of
If you ask me.
You
Just
left
kidding.
this place in order to find your true self. But what did that achieve? In the end, you fell back into the carre, and now you spend your
Yeah,
time
pretty
selling
much just
in
came
the
back to the
drug
shithole. Left it to
praying,
come back,
weak.
huh?
You
For
and the
her
Clarksons
revenge,
are
yeah?
exactly alike in that regard.
Yeah, it's like a
No,
wasted
You
time.
choose your victims
Revenge is a
indiscriminately,
beautiful thing.
which makes you
See?
even uglier.
York's just
Some
straight up
people find
trashing
joy
right
in
now.
ruining themselves, offering up their lives to whatever they worship. This cycle has repeated itself since long ago. To me, it's the most noble of actions. Surely you must agree, Agent Morgan.
Stop trying to rationalize your crimes with that dramatic gibberish. Vicissitudo, the Latin word used to describe a fluctuation between two polar opposites. Galena's body wasn't a declaration of war. It was this, wasn't it? Those severed roots.
Oh,
were
he
Oh,
pulled the gun
snap.
out.
too forced
The
to kill
psycho
Galena.
I
stick,
can't
bro.
believe you figured out that much. You're dangerous.
What you're talking about
Rare.
is true
Ferocious.
madness, not some noble fairy tale.
That's pretty cool.
You're going to shoot me. Okay.
The
Go ahead
revolving
and
door,
shoot. Come on.
or the
shoot
delay
me.
in Lena's voice.
The Clarkson bloodline is cursed. It
Cursed,
needs
eh?
purification. A blood purge.
It just sounds sick in the head now. See, it always just comes
It's
down
culty,
to that.
man. It's culty.
Yeah, blood purge, yeah. Sounds fun. Alright. We saved, and here we go. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Yo, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. We're still here.
I don't know how long it's been.
Over an hour in, and we're still here.
Alright, what is with these chairs, man?
Oh yeah, it's like a bunch of stacked chairs.
This is some weird
Someone is like trying to
stuff.
escape through a ceiling or something. I don't know. I tried taking them down, but it don't really work. My favorite thing to do in this game: crawl under these random ass trees.
Okay, okay.
All right, please. All right, red. Look at that.
Boss
Okay.
fight. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You got the altar here.
Oh.
You got the save.
Oh, yep. Here. Well, there you go then. Another fetus.
No, wait. It's really another one.
It's a, yeah,
Are they
it's
all
a
gonna be in fetuses?
Exactly. Here it is
fetus.
again.
The fetus
A
is
red
most
tree
fetus.
and a translucent cocoon. I think we've reached the
Very
core.
weird. Just cocooned herself, I guess.
The goddess of fertility.
What do you think
will
it's gonna be?
descend into
A
Carré,
cocoon.
and then the sweet fruit will be ours. Destruction is the first step to creation.
Sweet fruit.
Looks exactly like Galena.
Yeah. The end result will definitely be different,
Lisa's
I'm
death.
assuming.
Set
Galena was a pretty
everything
good
into
design
motion.
as an enemy.
There's no stopping
Let's see
it
if
now.
Lana takes the cake. Huh?
Proved how determined I am, how dedicated I am to all who trust in me. Galena and Lise, their deaths
I will
were
mention
not
that
in vain.
the first fight with
They
Galena
led
was
us
kind of pitiful. It
to the
wasn't that.
harvest. The Clarkson blood
It wasn't that
curse
different. It
will
wasn't
be
difficult at all.
washed
Just put it
away.
that way.
You think this
Life
one's gonna
must
be?
No, that's
sacrificed.
my point. I don't know. We'll see.
Purge. Blood purge. Blood.
No, this is pretty big. though.
Blood. I need blood.
Alright. So I just gotta kill the psychopath and then continue with the story. Well, you won't be having any today, sir. You will perish. Alright, well, I think this is it. Well, yep, there they go. There
Oh,
they're,
you got
they're
a bunch of
spawning.
enemies. Okay, yeah, just Just lock on, ignore them.
What the fuck, dude? I tried,
You gotta
but
run off.
every time I try to lock on and I let go. Oh, there you go. That worked. That feet is shaking around.
I feel like you can make this a quick fight. Just run around them and just like just shoot her.
Yeah, no, that's the plan.
Look at this.
I'm
You're not
planning on
fighting
shooting
all
anyone.
these.
I'm not planning on.
Oh my
fuck.
god, there's a lot of them.
There's like a nasty
You are
mirror.
not fighting them.
Oh, there you go. Another guy. Oh, one more. Yeah. Let me get that. One more.
Ah. Alright.
Trying to move. And that is not it. Oh, it is it. Ooh, let's go. Evolution
Nice.
time.
Finally.
Let's watch this psycho freak.
Wait. Oh yeah, she has to transform too. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Man, I thought that was it.
It's the metamorphosis.
I can't turn back now! The red soul can't die here!
You don't have a choice.
Can't erase it! Blood purge! The blood purge! We will create a new world! A new generation! The blood must be purified!
Generation of people dying.
Just face it. You're not gonna do any of that. You're not. I'm gonna kill you in like a few minutes and then we're gonna continue, right?
What the hell?
Oh, it just like gave birth. Alright.
What?
Alright, let's
Was
see.
the first
Let's
one like
see.
this?
Is it gonna take the cake or no? Or is it gonna be some ugly ass shit?
Oh, looks kind of cool actually.
That's the
Oh,
true
it got
self you worked
wings.
so hard to find.
Oh, you
I'm
know what
sorry,
that
Lena.
means.
That's...
I gave you far more credit than I ever should have.
Galeno is
The
far more
Clarksons have
interesting.
always been the chosen ones. Proud
See, even York
souls,
thinks so.
divine life-given form. But at some point,
She's gonna go.
that blood
She's gonna go
became
flutter
tainted.
around or whatever. She's
So
gonna
I
kill this
decided
bitch
to
right now.
reset it. I need to purify this corrupt blood
What the
for
hell?
the one I love
She
most.
stole my fire.
After I left
Yo,
home,
look at them abdominals.
I met the Red Soul and acquired a guide. And so I created the Red Powder and became an apostle for the Red Magic. The Red Powder transforms the body from within. It creates empowered souls, and mature souls are the greatest offering one can present to the goddess. Lys and Galena didn't lose their minds. They both died with honor.
Died with honor. Just how deluded are you? Dismembered them and strung up their bodies in the name of vapid symbolism. Where's the honor in that? So what if they said they wanted to die? Cultists have been saying that for centuries.
Silence! You
That's
will
true.
impede
True that.
us no longer! You're
That's
always
why
so
you are a
smug.
psycho.
Oh, how I hate you. This is the last you'll ever see of my plan. Now die!
No, it's definitely the last I'll ever see of you. Okay.
This is true
Oh snap. Okay.
Oh, you got the heart?
Is that what that was?
Yeah. That was the, that was the heart. So now we don't have to go back here.
Alright, where is she?
You gotta look.
Oh, there she is.
This is true
The hell, man. Oh, there you go.
Lock on.
Come on.
Okay, that's...
Oh, it followed her.
Did you get the
I
hit?
think.
Well,
I think
that's
it
what
followed
locking
her.
on is for. Alright, so I guess...
Run,
Yeah.
man.
That's right.
I
just
need
keep
coffee.
running. Yep, refill your awareness, concentration, whatever you
Refill
want to call it.
your awareness.
You know what? You're so right. I'm gonna take your advice and boom. You got boinged. Did you see that?
I don't think she's hurt me once.
Well, technically, if you consider the fire hitting you, she hurt you.
No,
That's
I
what-
ran into
oh,
that.
she hurt you. Oh, so you just ran into that?
No one can stop
My rubber bullet.
Is that it? Is it over?
No,
Oh
no,
no.
yeah, I told you.
No, I don't think this is gonna be a long fight. Hold on.
It seems like it's not. One more shot. Is this it?
Hold on, dog. One more.
No, she's still laughing it off. So yeah, is this it? Please, just
Lock on.
I wanna.
This can't be happening. I'm supposed to be
Yeah, you and...
One more. At least, like, Galena got more difficult, you know? She had, like, the doppelgangers and, like, the clones.
Yeah, but I also...
Like,
that's true, that's true.
Yeah, like, what the hell is this
But
shit?
we also didn't know what we were getting into, so...
That's true.
If you kill me, no one will be left to tell you about the plan. No. How could I
suck.
lose?
That's how.
Too late.
I think this is the shortest
can
boss fight in any
stop
game
my plan.
ever.
Now,
Ever.
Probably,
even
honestly, at this
me.
point.
Red tree.
Yes, because that's what good antagonists do before they die. They yell really loud. And they perish. Okay.
Alright.
I just walked right through.
Did you see how he walked back in?
Yeah, real boss-like. Huh? Oh, shit.
Oh, see, that really did happen. All that.
Yeah. My dude is bleeding out.
It's like York walks into their souls
Yeah, right? And has a
and
giant,
weakens them from within.
Lena,
has a giant fetus.
let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to count to 3. Then you're going to get down on the ground and put your hands behind your head. Got it?
See this? If I let go, the bomb in the fireplace will explode.
Do something smart for once, Lena.
Yeah, Lionel.
Detonating that bomb won't solve anything.
Like,
You're wrong, Agent Morgan. It'll give me the ending I've always
killing
dreamed
yourself and your
of.
family? That's a good dream there.
Following some stupid ideology.
You're wrong. Killing me won't bring back our family's prosperity.
No! I know I am right!
No, you is not.
You never change. Once you make up your mind, that single
Oh,
idea
he's giving her the father spiel.
possesses you. It's almost like you're cursing yourself. Oh, my, always holding on to all your pain.
No! You're the one who's wrong!
When you first told me about the disparity between your mind and your body, I didn't know how to love you.
Stop it! I don't want to hear this!
But I always knew from the very start.
Stop talking!
There was something special inside you. I also know that you had any cause with your older sister.
The fuck?
Your own
I guess
flesh
it
and
runs
blood.
deep in the south.
Shut up!
I just didn't know how to treat you.
Kind of makes you feel bad for the
I'm
guy.
sorry.
Just a tiny bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Forgive me.
Stop. Please.
I never, ever hated you. I always loved you. From the bottom of my...
I said
Oh, what a piece
shut
of
up.
shit.
Yeah, right.
Don't, Lena.
This is necessary.
All of the corrupt blood must die. The Clarksons' blood must be purged. Then, the purity that's left behind can rebuild the Clarksons' legacy.
Is that the goddess of fertility?
Go and see her with your own eyes. You're an FBI special agent. Surely you can find her. No one can stop my plan now. Not even
We'll see what
me.
Mr.
No way.
Alligator is
stop.
gonna say about that.
Patricia.
See? See?
Clarkson.
Fuck it, the food. And it went boom, 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 boom. Bada boom, boom.
Shit.
Yeah.
I actually really liked PJ Clarkson.
Damn, Bo.
Damn.
Yo, them limbs flew apart. How did
No, that was
York
kind of
survive
crazy.
that? How? What?
I mean, it didn't even take down that much of the room either.
Yo, she kind of just blew herself up with peanut butter
Oh my
jelly.
god.
But York is like untouched, unscathed. Oh my god. The shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, no way. Yo, York did this.
Danny, look, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, Pa!
Yeah, that's some
Oh my
fucking
God!
gruesome
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah, but how? What the fuck? Yo, it's our guy.
Yo, good timing.
Yeah.
Laughs. Call me.
Agent York? Can you hear me?
Nice.
What is it, Patty? Where's Melvin?
Well, I don't know.
Dude.
He won't answer me. And he ain't at the sheriff's
I
office
smell
either.
trouble.
What should I do? You think he got caught up in some kind of trouble?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, shit!
I don't blame him. He's doing okay.
Oh!
I think York's over it.
I can't!
Yeah.
I can't!
Patty, I need someone at the Clarksons' house ASAP. I don't care who you send. They can also ask Daniel Clarkson about the details
We'll
once they
send
get
the
here.
concierge over.
And you should also call an ambulance just in case. Got it?
Huh? Sure.
I'm going to head straight over to the sheriff's office, Patty. Let's meet up
Alright,
there.
Till next time.
Okay, that was exciting.